Ep-32 for August 15th, 2016. This episode is brought to you by our wonderful, wonderful patrons over at patreon.com. Please head on over there and check us out. We certainly could use the help. It gives us a lot of opportunities and options for fun stuff, so stay tuned for that. Hey guys, welcome back. It's yet another episode of the fine, illustrious, mostly adequate BRG gaming podcast. I'm actually really excited tonight because I've got back...
ADF Toxic.
Yes!
I can't see if I'm in a screen because notifications are pop up in front of me.
Yeah, there.
Down here like this?
Oh god. He's got quality camera, so it's like yellow, not yellow, yellow, not yellow. Forgive us. You know, we are a crack professional team here. You can see it in all its glory tonight. Anyways, for those of you who don't know, Tox is actually one of the first guests we had on the podcast. He actually very last minute stood in for BDA. Still waiting to get BDA on, by the way. Hey BDA, still waiting for that reschedule. I'm kidding. BDA is massively busy, and it's a wonderful thing because he's doing what he enjoys. And I'm happy for that. But I would love to have BDA on again. But nevertheless, Tox, my friend, my pal, how you been?
Pretty good. How are you?
You showed up on the podcast and then you just kind of disappeared.
Yeah. I had a lot going on. Like
he
got a
stopped
new window
gaming.
in the office. I stopped gaming because my computer was not usable. You may notice that I'm actually in a different.
He's got like an 8-foot table, people, with like computers all across.
I
mean, I have 8 monitors. He's got an 8-foot table with multiple computers. Yep. Just saying.
Yeah.
He compensates in other ways.
You might notice that I'm also standing in a different place.
Yeah, actually, you were like 90 degrees last time, weren't you?
Yes, I was over there last time. And I moved here because my desktop, which is my gaming computer, is now under these stairs.
Under the stairs?
Under the stairs.
So
because it was too damn noisy and picking up on my other mic over my guitar. So I have it under the stairs, so that's blocking out the sound really good.
How do you get the stairs? Is it a little side access, or you have like Adam's Family style stairs that go up?
There is a side access here, but it's behind the TV.
Okay.
So I have to actually walk all the way around the house, and when I'm trying to get into my Linux, which is on the computer, I press the button, then run all the way around the house again to press the button on grub.
There's always something interesting about your setups, whether it's recording or whatnot. Oh, jeez. Anyways,
gotta be something interesting.
Yeah, always. Anyways,
can't be normal.
on that note, actually, guys, tonight we're actually going to be talking about when it comes to recording, about having fun versus creating enjoyable content for gaming. And this is kind of getting into the realm of, yes, we're gamers. We're going to talk about gaming stuff. We're also talking about the fact that a lot of us are YouTubers. So we're actually going to have an opportunity to actually talk about basically kind of the differences in different kinds of game content we create and put out there, and we'll kind of dive into that. But of course, first we have to do the news. Okay. So let's dive into this, shall we? How about?
I was wondering where the sound was.
It's the magic of post. We put it in afterwards. Actually, it's funny. It's just so you guys all know, there is no sound. That sound is put in after the fact. So I have to kind of do a count and make sure I time it right so it doesn't look like an idiot. Which, I mean, I'm going to look like an idiot no matter what. But anyways, hey, No Man's Sky is out. It actually made it to release, mostly.
I hadn't heard this until last week, so yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, every game has, its trials and tribulations. This game has definitely had its issues with lawsuits. Some of them frivolous, some of them questionable at best. But it finally did come out. Now, of course, there's a lot of news about No Man's Sky. I got a few things down in our missed content, but basically a couple high points here, if I can call them that. First of all, people who pre-ordered the game basically got a broken game. The long and short of it is, if you pre-ordered the game, you got a special ship so you could bypass the whole kind of tutorial for a hyperdrive and building a hyperdrive process. This kind of are supposed to give you the hyperdrive so you can just take off and go do stuff, which is great. Except for the people who did that, the the quest for making the hyperdrive doesn't happen, and so it kind of hangs out there, and people who don't have the hyperdrive kind of get stuck, not having it. So yeah.
Oops.
It's like, hey, pre-order, get perks. Oh, the perks mess up the game. Awesome possum. That's awesome. That's great. But I mean, it could be worse. You could go out into the world and have nothing to do but be by yourself.
Yeah, or fly to the same planet as somebody else and can't see each other. Another thing that's apparently happening.
Apparently so, and this is great too because it's like it was, you expect to have problems. It is a fresh release, but yeah, apparently, it is an interactive world. In the fact that you can see other people, but it's like, hey, look, the door opened. The person's there. I have no idea who it is because I can't see them. But this actually happened in Minecraft a couple of times. They patched an update. And we've been sitting there working, and it's like, I'd see crap disappear in front of me and talk to me like I'm standing in front of you. No, you're not.
Or coming through nether portals.
Yeah, exactly.
Or riding a horse.
So this is a common thing, but it's just this stuff kind of stands out because it's this just came out and released. The brand new game has had a lot of controversy, a lot of things to look forward to. Have you watched much of this talks? The game itself?
I watched Kirok streaming it last night for a couple hours. That's about it. Looks kind of interesting. I'm not sure I understand it, but I understand it better than Space Engineers. I think
it's gotten very lukewarm reviews. So much so that there's I forget the guy's name now, Stern, that is known for having reviews that are brash at best. And he actually got, DDoSed for speaking badly of the game. But the reviews have been lukewarm. But a lot of people are saying it's another survival crafting game that you're doing a lot of repetitive stuff and it kind of sucks. But it is pretty. It is interesting. If I had the cash and the time, for that matter, I would definitely check it out. I mean, it's nice. It's wonderful. It's a matter of having the money for it. Kind of one of those things. I mean, I could, crack the game if I could. I don't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of cracking, Pirates have claimed to have cracked what's it called? Denuvo. Basically, this is software or I don't really call it software per se, protocol, encryption, whatever. It's basically anti-hacking. Elements are put into games so that people can't crack the games and get around them, pirate them. This is notable simply because this particular thing was one of the kind of the big, oh my god, if we can get around this, then the world's our oyster kind of a thing. And somebody did it, and they got around it. I think it's been patched already, but nevertheless, this goes back to the typical arms race when it comes to games trying to have anti-piracy built into their games, and then people trying to. I mean, literally, if you put a flag in the sand and say you will not pirate this, you're gonna draw every single pirate mob to you.
Yeah,
just to crack at it.
They're gonna want to pirate you just to piss you off.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I remember it's actually playing with an old Atari ST, and you put in a disc, and it says, "What's the 30-second word?" and on page such and such.
Oh my god! I see. Way back in the day of the Apple IIc, playing Sim City, they had the manual, and it was just like that.
Yeah.
You had to open up a certain page, a certain line, a certain word to put in there to be able to start the game, and it was printed on pages that were a particular color page with ink that was already hard to read, but specifically so that you couldn't put it on a copy machine.
Really?
And actually photocopy it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's this dark magenta purple dark color with a dark ink on top of it. It's almost like, I am goth. I'm gonna write poetry on black paper with black ink. I mean, literally, it was a bitch to read to begin with. But yeah, they did that so that you couldn't photocopy it and then pirate the game.
That's cool.
So somebody sat there and just typed the whole thing out and There you go. Anyways,
Anyways,
yeah,
back to modern day.
back to
Um,
modern day.
Sony sent out invitations to an event called PlayStation Meeting. Um,
Yay.
next month, September 7th, which is actually my friend's birthday. And apparently the company will finally reveal their upgraded PlayStation 4 model.
Which we know just about everything about already because they basically leaked everything to high heaven and back.
Yeah.
So the rumor is no longer rumor.
The rumor, yeah. I've been watching news for new Nexus phones, and that's all rumor stuff too. But apparently 2 months for that.
You know, it's one of those things too that it's interesting because there was a time way back in the day when rumors and leaks were genuine. Nowadays, it's like, okay, this is obviously leaked on purpose to test waters and make adjustments. So at this point nowadays, it's like the best one by far and away is the, hey, look, there's leaked photos of the possible design of the new iPhone 7. Like, wow, it's a flat pancake with, aluminum on the back with a logo and glass on the front. Wow! Great. Hey, look, here's a new PlayStation. It's kind of a little better than the last one. Yay.
Yay.
I'm sorry. I'm not a big console person. Everybody knows that, and but whatever. Anyways, in other news, kind of funny thing. Nintendo's really bad about takedowns. Like, and I don't mean bad like bad. I mean like they are on top of it. If there's anything that's their IP, my God, they are gonna jump on it in a heartbeat. And we like I told you guys a couple weeks ago, we got flagged for showing a window of like 9 seconds of the new Zelda while talking about it because we are a news podcast. It is totally legitimate, and yet they flagged it, and I was like, done. Like, holy crap! Well, here's another fine example of it.
There's automation.
Well, there's automation, but it was actually an actual active takedown. But
yeah.
Anyways, so Metroid 2 remake. Nintendo doesn't want to see. Basically, what this is actually a fan made Metro 2 remake, and they did this as right as you can, which is this is totally not, we don't have rights to this. We don't have permission to use the Metroid name, Metroid content name, which we perform, but it's a fan made game, and so they kept it under wraps, kept their effing mouth shut. unlike the Star Wars when we talked about last week, and they got it done. They threw out the whistle, there you go, and ran like a hot potato. And Nintendo went, no! And very quickly, I might add. So basically, I've watched a little bit of the demo that I could find about it. It's a neat game. It is very, very much old school, side-scrolling, beautiful Metro. It was well done for what I could see of it. So, props to the fanfic people. But yeah, Nintendo jumped on that shit like white on rice. It was just like, nope, it happening. And every single place it started to crop up it was knocked down almost immediately. I mean, they are just hard on it. Yeah. So, if you can find it, download it while you can. I mean, this is one of those things. I'd be interested to get your input on this talks, but while I understand that it is Nintendo's IP and they have every right and obligation to defend it, you're basically slapping the fans that you're selling to.
Well, I mean, you're slapping the fans, but at the same time, like you said, they get to defend their IP. Good was talking a while ago about trademarks, and apparently, all that would have to be done to invalidate a trademark is somebody use it and you don't go after them. Because then somebody else can just say, well, he used it, so now you can't go after this person. No, that you are exactly right, and that is one of what I feel is a failing. In that, if you have a trademark, if I trademark Warp Jester or my green logo with my little hat on it, if Tox decides to go ahead and put a Jester's hat of the exact same, like literally copy it and put it on his logo, and I just don't say anything, then as soon as Rourke goes and copies my hat, I have no right to bitch. I literally, for all the money and time I spent trademarking my logo, it has now been invalidated because I didn't bother pursuing it. So like I said, you have to. When you own IP and have a trademark for it, you are obligated to go after it. And this is why you see so many stupid, frivolous lawsuits or threats or takedown notices.
just because of stuff like that. You're
Yeah.
literally obligated to.
Yeah.
Oh well.
And in opposite news, in a way,
An opposite day.
200 or I can't even read that. 2,000 plus Amiga games
Yep.
are free to play in your browser. It
Sort
goes
of.
to the internet, sort of.
But
I didn't read this article in depth, so.
Well, I actually found out from Seshi recently because I actually sent her this link the other day. She went and checked it out, and there's an update. She found out about it. It was up. You could play it in browsers. These are a lot of old Amiga games. I wasn't an Amiga kid, so I've got no horse in this race. But apparently, what's up now is just hey, our beta test of this emulation software is done. Thank you very much. Bye. So it was up. I'm not sure if it still is up or anything else has changed since. It's been a few days now.
Well, I mean, with the topic of our last piece,
Well.
our last.
Oh yeah. By the way,
the
Nintendo Power that archive.org put up. Yeah, that went down.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of shocked it went up. Like, wow, Nintendo's letting them put that up? No, apparently not.
No.
And that especially. I mean, I could probably write about this all night, but it's like, oh my god, they're freaking magazines from like 1988. What are you gonna do? Resell the content?
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. It's like, yeah, resell it, or people like their nostalgia. You can't get these things to run anymore.
Seriously, I mean, you're not gonna do a reprint of all these magazines. I mean, you're just not. Anyways, but yeah, so they're out there, and chances are there's a good chance they may actually, say this is beta test. Now we're gonna put them out there. But I love this. This is old content coming back up, and this is geared straight towards what I love about like the Internet Archive is that they are trying to archive the world, literally the world, so that you can go back and find every little detail from your past or whatever you want to find. I think that's really neat. So I always give them props for that.
What the hell is my?
Yes.
I decided I'd try Edge for these all the news stories. Yeah, Edge web browser. So it's
Supposedly
just
a good
not
browser.
moving things very fast. Faster than IE, but not as fast as Chrome.
Go figure. Anyways, guys, so that's the main news topics. I do want to do a few game follow-ups. First, actually, I'm going to flip them around here. First is going to be that Twitch is cracking down on cheaters in Pokemon Go streams. I'm just going to go off the top here and say this. And seriously, I'm seeing all kinds of groups from game people like Blizzard to Twitch saying, you know what, if you're streaming this game, you're running around doing that, if we catch you cheating using apps to aid you and so on, and not just playing the game the way it's supposed to be played, we're going to give you a strike and we're going to pull you off.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, honestly, good. Why does everybody cheat, Tox? Why?
If they feel cool, I don't know.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Overwatch, people with their aimbot streaming their aimbot, getting banned mid-match.
I love this one. This is great.
I love it. I watched the video. It's great.
Please, for the viewers at home, please express the person's opinion and mood when he got nailed midstream.
I don't understand why you want to play like that, though. Why would you want your mouse twitching around? Take your mouse, even if it looks like this, with a ball that just rolled away.
And a little bars come up with a little tone. Boop. We'll be right back. Anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not even sorry that I'm not sorry. If you cheat at games, there you go. Because you're rooting for everybody else. So, seeing a dude actually cheating while he streams. I mean, first of all, what kind of effing dumbass are you? I mean, seriously.
I couldn't understand the video exactly because it's all in Korean, but the guy that's the from the view of the video, it almost looks like he might have pulled something up to actually report the guy while he was watching, but I couldn't say for sure because again, I don't understand Korean at all.
That would have been so beautiful to watch those own streamers nail them. Anyways, this just goes back to the whole, again, Blizzard ain't putting up with this. Now Twitch ain't putting up with this. You know what, cheaters? Seriously, here's two of them for you, because seriously, you all need to get freaking bent. Games are meant for enjoyment, not just for you, but for everybody else, and everything is now connected play. So you cheat, you ruin it for everybody else because you're a half-assed person and you're making it difficult for people to play because you have an unfair advantage or you're just flat out being a jerk. It's all your fault, Tox!
Okay.
You know what it is? Actually, you know it's actually not your fault?
Is it have to do with Trav?
Yes. It has everything to do with Trav. Thanks to the internet, the woeful internet of Australia, game industry is being held back because of it. So for people who don't know, when it comes to the whole internet acceptance in terms of how many people have internet, what speed they have, and how everything's formatted, Australia is woefully behind. Part in just the access they have, part in the fact that they have, for the longest time that I was aware of, and again, I could be wrong, I don't live there, and I'm sorry, Trav, you should come on again and correct me, but a lot of the format they had for internet was, hey, you've got, 5 gigs a month for an obscene price tag, and that's it. When you're done, you're going to pay horrible overage fees. And as a result, people don't get to do a lot that they want to do. I can't even imagine. I mean, technically, I use Comcast. Technically, Comcast has a limit that I haven't hit quite yet. But I've got 4 kids, and they're starting to avidly use YouTube, Netflix, World of Warships. So
I hit my limit once.
In Canada?
Yeah.
How did they measure? They measure like in like Canadian bits?
No, it's all the same bits.
Sorry, I tried
to be honest, I probably went over because I was probably grabbing a bunch of music from my NAS outside the house.
Pirate!
No, it's
Pirate!
That says nothing. It's my own. This is where I store my music. You want to see my CD collection? I'd probably make you sick moving this laptop.
Anyways, yeah. So this is one of those things that I want to put out there. Is I am happy when I hear things like the United States lobbying, saying, hey, internet is a necessity, and kind of pushing that direction with it, because I think internet is a necessity. It's a connectivity that we have to have nowadays. I mean, seriously, you want to talk about unfair advantage? Imagine trying to get a job by just beating feet as opposed to actually getting out online and looking for things online. Unfair advantage whereabouts, you'd be left behind. So yeah, I think it is kind of a lifeline. It's a necessity. Mm-hmm. So more power to them, and I hope Australia can change gears and try to fix it. And this is one of the reasons why I think that a lot of necessity services like power and water and so on, and like internet, really should be something that is better regulated or flat out taken care of by a single entity, so that we don't have companies trying to make a profit to a point where they start shutting other companies out and we get no competition. I've got no competition here. I've got 2 options: Comcast or AT&T's DSL. Now let's see. Comcast is 100 down and 13 up. My other option, that's another high-speed option, is DSL, which at best is 12 down and 1.2 up.
I have DSL 25 down and 5 up.
Yeah, that's the best I can get out here, and that's considered a comparable, competitor to Comcast. 100,
sure.
12. No imbalance here. Just saying. Anyways, moving on. I like this. This makes me kind of happy. But Microsoft has acquired Beam Interactive live stream service. So, I've preached about Beam before, but Beam is an alternative to Twitch. While Twitch is popular, it's kind of the de facto thing a lot of people use. I prefer Beam for a lot of reasons. The interface is a bit better, the community is a lot nicer, and the latency, the lag between me saying, hey, what should I do, guys? and then getting up, making a sandwich, going to the bathroom, checking my mail, coming back,
Viewers
and
typing.
then seeing the response from my viewers because they finally just heard me say that. Beam is much, much less, like in the order of a couple of seconds as opposed to like a 30-second delay. So I love them to death. Microsoft has acquired them, so that's going to put some real money behind them. Now, before we get into the whole, oh my God, Microsoft sucks, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Let's put that aside for a moment. Let's just generic everything, so to speak, and understand that Beam was a small little company fighting against Twitch, who's owned by another, again, blank generic name, large corporation with billions of dollars behind it. Now Beam has a real chance to actually compete in that sense, which I don't think is a bad thing ever.
My CPU just did something funny. That was interesting. Did I cut out there?
Kind of. I mean, you kind of
Kind
froze
of?
up.
Okay.
You kind of froze there for a second.
Yeah, my CPU hit 100. I don't know.
Let me know if it gets to over 9,000.
Over 9,000? Okay, I'll keep an eye on it. Moving on. What store are we on? I'm looking at something wrong here.
For the win!
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is awesome. This guy...
This is great.
This is great. Yeah, this guy is playing as Diva from Overwatch again.
Not cheating.
Not cheating. And he's got 2 joysticks. Like, they're 2 separate joysticks. I saw him picking them up in the video. And he's using them as the sticks in Diva's suit.
I give this guy
It's
props.
so cool.
Now, I sat down and watched it for a little bit, just kind of get a feel for it. And, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not really sure how he's got his buttons set up for the triggers. But really and honestly, watching him play with those, I almost got to feel that he's got, pretty good access. There's not a real limiting factor. He's not deficient compared to others just because he doesn't have a mouse and keyboard. I mean, yeah, you can technically spin a little faster, I would think, with a mouse to spin around and whatnot, compared to having a joystick to turn you. But basically, you've got joysticks that are, left, right, forward, back, moving around kind of a thing. It looks fun as hell, and especially playing an Overwatch character that is basically in a mech suit that has twin joysticks.
Yeah, I wonder if he watched Diva carefully to see what exactly those sticks are doing.
Yeah, I was kind of watching the video a little bit, and it doesn't look like they really do much in the way of animating those too much. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't played Overwatch yet. Again, it's one of those, if I could afford it and I had the time, yeah, that's a chunk of change. In this day and age, with 4 kids, I don't really have the scratch to be paying money to something that I might get around to playing a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to say. So, but anyways, I mean,
looks fun.
Watch the video, guys. The link is in the show notes. Definitely check it out because it looks really fun. I think things like this, change up the game a little bit, so it makes it kind of entertaining. So
yeah,
I like it.
Well, it's like having a steering wheel controller, or like there's a some, I don't know what it was. I was looking at game controllers on my local computer store.
I happen to look at game controllers just because even though I don't hardly game at all anymore, there's certain things like playing with flight sims and stuff. I like to have an actual throttle and joystick. And I was looking at Mad Cat's brand because they actually own a couple different things. My God, they've got a throttle and joystick combination. I mean, it's retardedly expensive, but it looks pretty. It's something I want to put my hands all over. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. I want to play with their joystick really badly. Anyways, guys, again, there are some other news bites that we didn't cover. We'll have those down in the news we missed category. So make sure you head over to the show notes on the BRG's website, and you can catch all those as well as links to all the stuff we've talked about. I want to take a break here and talk about actually BRG itself. I've talked about BRG at the end of the podcast, let you know who we are. We're a great group of people. We get together, we do collaboration, we're media people, we do all kinds of stuff. Talks creates music, Turgo does art, Session does music, I do videos, etc. So if you ever want to find a good community, that's great. But I actually want to talk to you about something different, which is we need people and we need help. We've got a great community. We've got wonderful people that we love to try to help out and support as much as we possibly can. The problem is we're having a hard time doing it. That's because we don't have enough hands. We've got the content. We've got a lot of people out there that are doing this kind of stuff, but we don't have the infrastructure. Lynn's right now is running at about 220% of her capacity. She is trying to coordinate fixing the website. We're having some issues. We're trying to get those straightened out. She's trying to deal with planning, the quarterly meetings, the podcast notes, the wonderful podcast notes you see coming up on here. These right here, the news bites. That's all done by Lynn's. And on top of that, she has a real life. So I love her to death. But the last thing I want to do is fry her.
Yeah.
So I'm really, really hoping
I've been trying to help her too.
Yeah, we're really hoping to get the hand out. So here's the pitch, guys. We're a great community. We want to have you on board. Whether you just want to be here to play, that's fine. If you are somebody that has a desire to be part of a community, to lend a hand, if you want to learn new stuff, for example, if you kind of want to dabble in website design, if you want to learn a little bit about PHP or with CSS or CC, what the fuck is it? I don't know. I don't. This is why I don't do it. Doc knows a little bit. I know crap. But anyways, if you want to start kind of helping out with things like organizing events, or hey, managing things like managing our Twitter, managing YouTube, doing promotional stuff, if that's something you want to get into, talk to us. We'd love to have you on board. We'd love the extra hands and help. And this is something that literally we try to do. It's not just a ragtag group of people necessarily when we are, but we want this to be something that you can learn from, as well as something that you can later actually put on a resume and say, I actually helped this community, and this is what I did. RG, she does it. She's our CFO. She is our money person, and she can actually put that down and say, I manage accounts for this company or for this group. So if you want something like that, if you're interested in being a part of something, please, please, please head on over to BRG website, sign up with us, check us out, and just post the forums or come over to our Discord and hop on and say hi, because we'd love to help, and we really need to help. Just me personally, for the podcast, I love this podcast to death. I'm really enjoying doing it, but I'm definitely hitting a barrier now where in order for us to take the next step in the podcast, I need to find somebody that can kind of be a full-time guest host, so I have somebody I can rely on when I'm too busy. But also looking for things like somebody can take over, posting the show notes on the website. If I got really lucky, I'd love to have a TD. So again, if you're really into learning how to do stuff, you want to kind of get into dealing with recording and editing and whatnot. We're not a big professional crew. Not gonna have a TriCast or anything like that. But just somebody to help out and help run the show, record the show, even if you want to do editing.
It's all hobby stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's all hobby stuff, but it'll help give you a good foothold into getting a job. But hell, Watwick, I helped him get into using Adobe Premiere, and now he's got a job using it. So we love this, and we want help, and we want to be able to help you. So again, if you're looking for an opportunity to be with a cool cast of people and to help out, please, please, please come on over and check us out. We'll love you bunches for it, and we'll do everything we possibly can to make you feel welcome, help you out, and not drive you crazy. Anyways, so guys, I actually want to get into the meat and potatoes of tonight's talk. This is actually something that I talks. I was kind of scratching my head about what we were going to talk about, and talks brought this idea up, and I was absolutely elated because it's right up our alley for me and talks in terms of recording. So basically, we're going to talk about the enjoyment of playing and creating content for YouTube or Twitch or whatever the case may be. Now, I'm going to jump off on this talks, and you can steer us wherever direction you want to go. But when I saw this, the first thing that popped in my head is, a great example. Recording Rocket League versus recording Minecraft.
Yeah, well, to that point, it depends on who you're talking to as well, because some people will record half an hour of Minecraft, and they're just really good at talking, or they have a really soothing voice, like I was watching Pedron earlier, and other people like me enjoy. I will play Minecraft for like 2 hours sometimes, just completely forget that I'm recording. Every once in a while, I'll talk about
oh yeah.
talk about what I'm doing,
Certainly.
why the redstone is being stupid, and then later I'll go in there and figure out how I'm going to time lapse it, or if I'm just going to cut out all the working clips. Why worry about the videos later?
Yeah, okay,
really.
I guess that. So that's I guess there's a couple different kind of things to talk about here. There's, pardon me. There's definitely a difference between playing the game to play the game per se, and playing the game to create awesome content. And the reason why I bring up things like Rocket League versus Minecraft, for example, and I'm going to explain this through my vantage point, is things like Rocket League or World of Warships. This is a very set it and forget it kind of things where game start, hit record, game end, hit stop.
Yep.
Take that content, put it into editor, add pre-roll, add post-roll, off it goes.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's about all there is to it. Now, of course, some people like Lynn's, for example, can go off the deep end with all the little picks and reworks. I really recommend one of her. I forget what the episode number is now, but she did
50.
Was it 50? It was Rocket League on Not Quite Nerds. Oh my god, I know I've said this before, but Jesus Christ, seriously, if you have not watched that video,
watch it.
Go watch it. Like,
if you have a crush on
pause this. I'm okay with this. Pause this. Open new window. Go to YouTube. Not Quite Nerds. Find episode 50 of Rocket League and just watch. And trust me, it's like, okay, this is kind of like typical BRG. Foul mouth people getting pissy. Just wait about, I think, 10 minutes or 11 minutes in. There is the Lynn's Ruark montage. I'm going to leave it there, but oh my dear God.
Yeah.
Headphones on, please. Do not watch at work.
or with the kids around.
Or with the kids around. Or with shy pets. I mean, just be safe. Maybe go into the closet with your laptop and just kind of hide in there. Of course, that's gonna be awkward.
I've played games in the laundry room with my laptop.
All right then. But anyways, so
to that point, it's a lot of us do Rocket League videos
because
that way, where we just press record and just chop it off at the beginning and end of the round, or some people will go until like 15-20 minutes, like Ruark does.
Yeah, and for us, I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, that's we're just relaxing, and I want to throw something out on my channel. That's often what World of Warships is.
Honestly, I throw it up on my channel just because it's fun to watch back and see from different perspectives.
Exactly, and for me, like with World of Warships, the reason World of Warships is very casual now and unstructured is because it literally is. I'm not usually sitting down to say, "Oh wow, I've got a schedule. I gotta have content." Yeah. That's why I have those gaps sometimes, guys, and I apologize. But it's like, okay, I get. Now I sit down and Tweak will send me a message saying, "Hey, you want to do ships tonight?" It's like, yeah, and we'll hop on. And of course, these are friends I've known for way too long, so of course we're gonna be foul mouthed and make fun of each other. And let's share that, But then there's the other side of it. And there's things like Minecraft is a great example. I've seen people who just hit the record button, piddly fought around for 10, 20, Ruark's 40 minutes to 5 hours of Minecraft, and then upload the whole thing, rice it raw.
Yeah.
I myself like to be a little more structured and edited and make it interesting. But the problem with that is, first of all, there's the editing. You're going to do lots of cuts. Mm-hmm. But there's also the prep work. Whenever you see a Minecraft video, like, for example, when me and Tox were doing a lot of the Railcraft work from the M80 server, for a 20-minute episode of one of our collaborations, 2 hours? Maybe if we're lucky?
Really, at that point, it was like our 20-minute video was an overview of what we spent 2 hours trying to figure out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Except for that one where we were building roundabouts in town.
And that kind of stuff too is like, I'm not going to expose people to 40 minutes of us going, ah crap, that didn't work. Ah crap, that didn't work. Ah crap, or me being stuck in the hole going help for 20 minutes. While talking to staring at me going, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, sure, we'll do a little clip of it, but but the point is to have good quality content. means it has to be entertaining. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna watch stupid Well, a lot of stupid videos other people watch. But anyways, hey, dash cam of crashes. That's interesting. You get a 20-minute video of a whole bunch of crashes. You're not gonna watch 20-minute video of a guy driving for 20 minutes and a crash at the end.
So, well, the one dash camera I watch actually does videos where he just takes a
Here
drive.
in America, we're not gonna watch 20 minutes.
This is in Portland, and for the record, I actually don't watch those ones.
Talks. You're gonna contradict me everywhere. Anyways, so there's a lot to be said, and of course this is different between every single person. But
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm curious, and I'll certainly be curious to get people's feedback as well. But I'm kind of curious as to what you've seen lately, Talks. I was actually telling Talks pre-show that I've been so busy that I've had very little time to actually sit down and watch a lot of the gaming content. So a lot of my absorption of what's going on in BRG is actually through our weekly rundown, because that's the only time I have to really see what's happening.
Too.
But it seems like a lot of people, BRG as a whole has kind of shifted away from Minecraft. We're doing a lot of other games right now. And a lot of those games, just because of the format of the games and the movement of the games, it really is more of a
get together to play games and look back at it later.
Exactly. And it's kind of easier to deal with, which is kind of nice. I don't get me wrong. I
figure out a fun title to put on.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll put in a replay just to make fun of you. I don't remember if that episode came out yet, but I did do that at one point.
Thanks. I don't know. I'm so behind. Yeah. I mean, I've had times. You guys will even see when I'm when I have the time to spend to really like dive into the editing, for example, of this podcast. You'll see all kinds of funny pictures come up all throughout or things like that. And if you go through an entire episode and there's nothing of that in there, it's usually because I'm kind of in a rush, which I will say up front right now. I'm gonna apologize. It's gonna be like that for at least a little while because I am busy and in the middle of renovation. My office space that's here. If I turn my camera around right now, like looking over my monitors, I'm looking into a dark forest. There's no wall there. The wall is gone.
No wall, no window.
I am out in nature right now. I live in a redwood forest, so I'm literally out in nature right now. If a mountain lion wanted to come up and say hi to me, I'd have no leg. I've got bugs all around me. Have you ever seen me kind of doing this? I'm not actually insane. There's actually like literally swirls of bugs. Small ones.
Yeah. There was a moth that was flying right in front of your camera a while ago.
Yeah, it's kind of... Sorry. But anyways, I want to get your input, Talks, and because, I mean, I don't get me wrong. I enjoy recording.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy editing when I have the time for it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, do you play differently playing versus creating content?
No. I was at one point, but when I disappeared and took a break from gaming for a while, that was one of the things when I came back to gaming. I told myself to stop that because it's ruining the fun of the game if I try thinking too much about the video later. Like I was saying, I'll sit down for Minecraft and explain kind of what I'm about to do, explain what I just did, worry about how the video is going to turn out later, because I'm just trying to play Minecraft and just trying to share my world and my experiences in Minecraft. I was a noob when I started that.
That's actually one of the things that I really liked about, when I first started watching your content way back in the early days of My Hill and what's the other one?
Sunland.
Huh?
Sunland.
Some what?
Sunland.
Sunland. Thank you.
Sunflowers?
I have a certain fondness for My Hill because that's the one that I was turned on to with you, and I actually recreated part of your world to... I don't remember why now. I recreated it for some reason to show off something.
Yeah, you were something to do with rails.
Yeah, rails and cart sorting, so you didn't have like random carts going to certain places. Anyways.
Yeah.
But this is the other thing I love about it, and this is kind of the nice thing about, I was watching your content. You actually do a pretty good job about exactly what you're talking about. Is I'm going to bring you in kind of like, I guess the best way to describe it when I was watching your My Hill series that I really liked the most was it kind of felt like one of those, you're just there tinkering and kind of oh, hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit here. This is what's going on. This is what I've been doing. So I'm just kind of tinkering with this a little bit. I tell you what, I'm going to take care of this real quick, and I'll come back later and show you where that's at. And it was very casual. I actually really liked that because it was like I've seen channels, and the big difference between like professional channels, like Etho, for example,
Yeah.
versus that guy that's got 5 subs, is finding that magic middle of you don't want to drag people through the muck. If I'm going to build a house,
Yeah.
lay a few blocks, explain the details, get it done, then time lapse it or come back when you're done. There are people that their entire video for 20 minutes is, so between the last video and now, here's 20 minutes of telling you everything I've done, but I'm not going to do anything. That's too far extreme. They have people who, like I said, hit record button, and for the next 50 minutes, you're watching every single block get laid for the house.
Some people like to tell stories when they do that, though. Good.
Which is great. And I was gonna say the saving grace for things like Ruark, for example, is he has hit a fine point now where he'll talk about not necessarily what he's doing, and it's like, I'm laying a brick. I already told you I'm building the house.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm not gonna tell you, we're gonna put a window. But he just starts going, and then it's like, here's crap going on in the real world, or here's crap going on in this game. Here's my plans for the next series I'm gonna do. And if you're a good storyteller,
and he's gotten better at that too.
Yeah, and that's
you
kind of
watched
one of the
some of his earlier Cranky Crest stuff. There was one video where he placed a few blocks and then ran around telling a story.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Yeah. But this kind of stuff takes practice. It's hard to build especially when you're way the hell up there, and and talk at the same time.
It is, and that's the thing. And I defy you to find anybody's channel, that didn't look pretty hokey or helter skelter at the beginning. Hell, go back to the first few videos of Etho. He hardly talked. He hardly talked at all, and he wasn't terribly exciting. He was not doing at all a great job of explaining what he was doing.
Yeah.
Now is great. But everyone's on that. My channel, absolute crap. Now, marginally better than absolute crap. It's a growing thing, and this is the other thing about it I think is really fun is we all learn, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
If I could sit down and play Minecraft and teach you something about Minecraft, kick ass. I mean, especially with me and Talks doing the Railcraft stuff, I loved that. There are 2 reasons why I did it and did the time to actually plan, set up, edit, and etc. One was because I wanted to teach you something. We figured out what we thought was a pretty cool system, that created manageable intersections. You wouldn't have constant collisions and explosions and all kinds of stuff.
It still happened.
A lot better than they used to be. Anyways, but we also I enjoyed it. I mean, honestly, Talks, for all the crap we've ever recorded, be it on Minecraft or anywhere else, I have had no more fun ever than working with you on the stuff we did. It was just absolute best collaboration fun I've ever had. Again, not the most professional, but nonetheless enjoyable. So, I mean that's kind of where I put it. Like I said, a lot. That's a big ass beetle. It just kind of flew in here. Yeesh.
There's a big spider behind you.
I almost turned, and only because I was just thinking about it. There was a beetle that was on my porch last night that, I kid you not, was this big, this wide, like this on my friggin' door. And I was like, wow, that's like, yeah. Get a shoe and kind of nudge it out of the way. Go. I'm not gonna squish things. I'm out in the forest. Yeah. This is their home, not mine. But that's a big fucking beetle, man. Jesus. Anyways, any other thoughts or input when it comes to the whole aspect of gaming and creating content?
Well, try to keep it fun. Don't like I said, don't it's 10:20, I can't think. Don't take away from the fun of the game just because you're thinking too hard about the video.
I absolutely agree with you.
Yeah. Really, I think.
You think? Yeah, I agree with you. And that's,
I said everything.
I mean, everybody gets shy when it comes to being on video. I I try my best. Some of my very, 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 very early videos, I'm a little more
Blah, blah,
sad
blah,
about.
blah, blah.
Hey everybody, this is Cosmic behind me, by the way. You guys, you've heard his voice on some of my other episodes from my channel. You can just you can't see his face.
See his chin.
He's gonna be forever there he is. He's the guy that plays warships with me. Anyways, when it comes to creating content, like Talk said, you need to have fun. Always have fun.
Yeah.
If you're not enjoying it, you're not gonna create good content. I've seen people on their channels that will sit there and say, I'm taking a break. I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
So,
you know,
definitely make it fun for yourself. For me personally, like I always tell people when they guest on the podcast, for example, I said, you know what? Don't worry. You know, don't. Right now, just remember, we're not streaming this on Twitch. We're not a huge channel with thousands or millions of followers. We're just talking to a camera. Yeah. That's it.
And
just remember that. Yeah,
we're just having fun.
Yeah. The other thing is when you're part of a group like BRG, a lot of the personality you see, and the reason why we're very candid and kind of crass, and horrible sometimes, is because we are genuinely being ourselves and being comfortable with each other. When you do recording, whether you're doing it collaboration with a lot of people, or even if you're doing solo work on Minecraft, if you want to get into a good mindset, and this is the way I go about it, is when I'm recording, I'm talking to my friends and my usual, tone and personality. Yeah, they're not talking back, obviously, but it's just kind of saying, like, when you get onto a server and you happen to have some friends you're talking to on Skype or on whatever you use, it's the same kind of thing. You literally just get on there, you just kind of like, oh yeah, I'm just doing this, taking care of this, and so on, and have fun with it. You know, worst case scenario, you don't like what you did. You can pull the video down if you want to in the end.
Yeah. I had a couple videos that I recorded in my hill recently and ended up going nowhere because I just wasn't happy with it.
It's got rambles in the direction.
And actually, one of them was actually showing what I did in the other video. And then doing something else.
It's like video inception. So yeah, like I said, for some little tips and tricks, we're small people, we're not pros, so take it with a grain of salt. But I really and honestly, not everybody's gonna be a big YouTube star. If we can get you there, kudos. But my first and most important thing, the reason why I got into doing and posting videos, was to have fun.
Exactly.
To enjoy myself. And look what happened for me. I mean, me personally, I met Talks, which is excellent. Yeah, meeting new friends that I would have never had been able to meet otherwise. That's highly worth it. Having a good community that you can hang out with is epic. And I've had a couple good communities. One of the old communities I was with and are still beautiful, wonderful people, and I'll give them a shout out, is Covenant of the Phoenix. I joined them, connected with them through EverQuest 2, and started playing Minecraft with them and so on. Great community, still around, great bunch of people. And then I've had bad communities like TBA and other horrible experiences. But then we have Bottle Rocket Gaming, which is a community that we handcrafted literally from the ground up.
Yeah.
And it's a tight-knit group. We have great personality. We haven't had to really clamp or squelch anybody in terms of, we just find good people, and the good people hang around and the other ones don't,
Yeah.
And doing things like recording videos gets you an opportunity to meet these kind of people. So, like I said, have fun with this. Even if you just record recordings and never want to ever upload them, that's fine too.
Yeah.
It
Edit
actually
it, put it for yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it helps social structure in the aspect that you see how you are.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot from myself. I'm still learning and trying to remember certain things like, hey, when you're on camera, slow down and enunciate. I always forget
Is that actually how you pronounce that word?
Enunciate? As opposed to...
I thought it was, enunciate, not enunciate.
Well, I'm being a little facetious here, but...
Don't worry, I can't say fake you.
Man, you're just going to take all my jokes and ruin them. Hey, look, we've just made a joke. Let's get the whiteboard. Okay, here's why this joke was funny. Here's the Jesus Christ, Talks. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this, Talks?
I think I've added everything I have to add.
Well, guys, I hope this was enjoyable as always. I hope we get a little bit of something from it. Honestly, it's easy to get into it. Yeah, having a good microphone.
Are you making fun of me now?
Okay. No. Talks. Anyways,
Hey, at least I'm not eating my mic anymore.
yeah, that is true. But having a good microphone, having a good camera, and all that, yeah, that helps. If you're actually making a goal of making good content,
Yeah.
having video that doesn't blow ass and have audio that you can actually understand, isn't like horrible background all the time, is helpful. But again, you're not going to learn what's bad and what's good until you start doing it.
And then looking back.
Yeah, buy a cheap mic.
Just like singing. They always say record yourself singing.
Yep.
Person ad.
Well, and go out and buy what you can afford. If it's a crappy mic.
Yeah.
Or if it's a shitty webcam like Talks, it's fine because you're going to use that. And at some point, if you really enjoy doing this, you great. Buy a better one, and you'll actually appreciate the better one that much more because you'll know what crap is.
Yeah.
And if you don't like getting into it, you haven't wasted any money. You spent on cheap stuff and you're done. It's fine. So take your time, enjoy yourself. There is no fast track to YouTube stardom. Yeah. There isn't. I mean, if there is, I sure as hell missed the boat. So whatever. But again, I do this.
Fast track is being one of those early YouTubers.
Yeah, exactly. But I do this for fun. Even new content that I start creating or come out with, like for example, this podcast. This podcast was started because I want to have fun. I want to create opportunity for collaboration. I want to create an opportunity to help promote people. This is why I do it. So,
is there a bug on my face?
Huh?
Feel like there's a bug on my face.
Probably. You know what? I'm actually gonna go ahead and get the flock out of here before I get eaten alive by something. So, guys, listen. If you have any questions, comments, and whatnot, please feel free to head over to BRGgaming.com and head over to our forums for the podcast. We've got forums where you can leave comments. You can see who's coming up for recording. You can give us feedback. You can even advertise if you'd like. We actually like to give shout out to people. If you're part of the Ball Rocket crew, definitely let us know because I'm usually like scratching to try to find somebody to promote because they never tell me what's going on. I have to go kind of see if anybody has any new stuff coming out, news series, and so on. We want to get a chance to promote people, and we're more than happy to kind of give you a shout out. So please, come advertise with us. And again, if you want to see, who's coming up or how sausage is made, so to speak, you can go over here and you can see exactly who we have and who's coming up. As you can see, Bob's on for next week. I'm not really sure what the topics necessarily going to be. Honestly, I may jump into the whole realm of affordable gaming. We kind of did that. I actually just guest hosted on Bob's sequel syndrome, and where we talked in depth about kind of the beginner gaming guide to getting into whether it be PC or console or mobile. I talked a little bit about the gaming aspect, but I was completely lost on console and mobile because I'm not one of those people. So, hey, there's that. But I might go into a little more depth here in the PC realm and talk about, what is affordable gaming, what you need to have. It'll be a little bit of a kind of a repeat of what Bob's thing was, but he spends a full hour plus, in this case, a couple of different episodes. He actually had to cut them up, talking about in depth. This is the thing I love about this community with BRG. We've got 3 great examples. There's Minus the Rumors, which is all about news topics and in depth on every topic, where we happen to just kind of highlight them. And then you've got Bob's Sequel Syndrome, which is taking one topic and talking about in depth, where we have a small 20-minute in depth on the topic. So you can kind of pick your flavor of all news in depth, hybrid, or all topic. Find the Goldilocks podcast for yourself. Anyways, Talks, my friend, my brother.
Hi.
Your channel is actually active.
My channel has been active for a while. Been playing a lot of Rocket League with the BRG people, And mainly that's
Are you
what's been going
backlogged, or
on.
am I just missing these events?
I am very backlogged. I'm actually currently backlogged out to next year. For Rocket League. But that's because I do one a week and one round per video.
Mm-hmm.
And I I kind of like getting a little bit offset from other people because um, then you're not, if people subscribe to me and not quite nerds, then they're not viewing the
which
same round in
which
the same
works
week.
great, unless
Actually,
you're
we're on the
like
same day.
me and you have Rocket League episodes coming out in like March that are making
Yeah,
Christmas references.
yeah, yeah. So when we go back and look at those, it's gonna be fun to look back at
Yeah,
because it's gonna tell you it's time to review this round that was
certainly.
already lost from our brain.
Anything coming up?
Not really. Not as far as videos go, at least. I have been working on music. I'm actually working on a shorter album, which is
Okay,
getting close to done. Um,
cool.
it's just working on that and playing games, editing the latest Rocket League session, working on a programming project for home use.
And all
Uh,
you know will be going up in the same location as always.
the music, yeah, album, yeah, it'll be going up in Jamendo. I'll put stuff on my YouTube about it.
Okay. And we'll have all the links to the show notes, guys, as
Yeah,
always. So you'll be able to find him on his YouTube channel, be able to see his Twitter account. If you really want to stalk him, he makes it really easy for you.
yes. I just don't have my Facebook there.
Yeah, well, yeah. Facebook's the devil. Anyways,
Yes.
guys, my channel has just dried up again. I apologize. As I said, right now I'm actually in the process of rebuilding my office, so all my time is taken up with that. So I, a little bit of time where I can do the recording and then quickly do the editing, get the podcast out, and then the rest of
Yeah.
my time is spent working and kids and building. So it is going to be a little bit dry. I'll try, if I have me sitting down and have the ability, I'll try to start dicing up some of the backlog stuff and get it out there. But I do apologize in advance. It's probably going to be a little bit bland for a bit here. So my apologies. Uh, again, I'll breeze the process because we talked about Common Death here. We're a great community. I definitely encourage you to head out there. This is one of the big things about doing the podcast is getting awareness for Bottle Rocket Gaming. We have a great time, and I want to try to get more people because the more people we have, the more community we can build, the more stuff we can do. So definitely head on over to bottlerocketgaming.com. Check out all the stuff we have. Our website's still being sifted and sorted. The idea behind it was to have a main page that had kind of content a la news scroll events and whatnot, and then when you sign up you'll actually get a different interface or a different main page that's more community driven. So we're still working on the kinks.
What's
there.
going on in the community kind of thing.
Yeah, we're trying to fix it. Linz is fretting about it. Tox is going to help, so at some point we can officially say it's Tox's fault, maybe.
Maybe.
Anyways, and of course, like I said, guys, if you want to stay connected, of course, we got the YouTube channel. This is on along with our other content we have on there. We should be having new content, including an unboxing from Ziploc Bob that's gonna be coming up on here. So he's gonna be one of the first ones doing that. And of course, as I said before, we are on Votable. So if you head on to Votable, Votable's a great community. I love Votable to death. And it's not just gaming. There's a lot of gaming. That's kind of their roots. But they have other communities. Like they have one of my favorites now I follow is there's the Votable / I think it's Funny. The other one is Votable / Aw, AWW. It's a whole bunch of little cute stuff. And so if you need a dose of cute, that's a great place to go. And again, guys, if you have the ability, please, please, please head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/BRGgaming. Pitch in $1 if you can, even if only one time. We appreciate it. It really does help us out. And things like the unboxings you're going to see coming up here are that first step towards doing that. We've got a little buffer built up so we can start actually doing stuff. So we appreciate it, and we look forward to more stuff coming down the pipe. Anyways, Tox, my friend, my brother, I swear to God, man, I've got to have you go away. Go away.
You're going to have me
Stop
go away.
bugging me! No. Done. Shh, thank you. Man, I miss the crap out of you, man. I mean, I love hanging out with the BRG crew, but I really I have a fondness and fond memory for doing the Minecraft stuff we've done together. I would love to try to find more time to do stuff with you. So I'm hoping I can have you back on, hopefully a little sooner than 8 months later. maybe.
For Minecraft? I don't know.
No, not in Minecraft. Just whatever.
Whatever.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Minecraft. I really do. But like I told my son, if I were to log into the Cherry Bomb server right now, I would have to spend at least a couple of hours just trying to understand and unfuck everything I've done in there.
Yeah.
Cause it's just a mess. It was all meant to be temporary until I got my house built, and it's just like, okay, what the hell does this do? How does this work? How do I get this to run? What? I give up. Log off.
Yeah.
And I know this because it's happened twice now. It's like half hour till it's like, I give up. I'm done. But maybe something else. Maybe go play some Warships or Rocket League or, I don't know, go poke dead things with sticks. Ooh, poke dead things with Stick Simulator. VR. Uh-oh. Oh, God. He's got his cardboard. I know what program Talk's going to be doing next. As he talks there.
Yeah, because I don't have a head strap on this thing.
You need a little smell-o-vision adapter so you can smell the dead corpses. Which, by the way...
Do you think smell would be such a powerful sense if we could actually reproduce it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like today when I drove down the hill and could smell some dead carcass somewhere. Anyways, guys, thank you so much, as always. We will catch you next week, and hopefully have some more hilarity and fun. So, Clock's already gone. No. Anyways, guys.
Put my cardboard back.
Have a good night.